Alright guys, welcome to another HoN channel video. Today I'm just doing a quick video because I've had a few people contacting me recently and I've been playing a few beginner games and people have kind of got down the basics of, of how to deny creeps and how to get last hits and things like that, but when it comes to their first game, now they're a little bit confused of their role and how to actually play the game. So I'm doing a few quick videos of a few different roles. These are just random games I've just pulled up from my recent games. So, there's some pretty bad playing in a few of these, but I'll talk about the good things that I'm doing, the bad things that I'm doing, what you should be trying to do, and just the general all-around basics of now how to play the game, what you're doing in your laning phase, and things like that. So, first off, this is the picking phase, which you're obviously going to go into, and what you're trying to look for here is really you're trying to pick a good team. Now, for you, what I suggest is, if you're watching this video and then you want to go in and try, you can probably just pick the same hero as me, and the rest of the team should hopefully build a lineup around that hero you've picked. And this first game we're going to play more of a second support role. So it's not full-on support, but it's close to it. And I'll explain what a full-on support should be doing a little bit more than what I do, and what second support should really be doing more than what I do, because I'm still a little bit iffy in a few areas. So we'll go ahead and we'll start playing this replay, starting right at the picking stage, which we might fast forward to the end, and then I might just do a quick pause when we get to the end of this picking phase. So you can see I'm with three guys from this cast clan who were okay, yeah, and they play quite well. So we're getting right down to the end of this picking stage. Everyone is not picking this yet. We start seeing... Now, what's happened here is... If I've paused... Yes, it's funny because the countdown time is still going, even though I've paused it. What I've seen straight up here when I was picking my hero is... that's going to just keep counting down. That's really annoying. What I've seen is we've got a Forsaken Archer who's a carry hero. I've seen Pandemonium, who's also a carry hero. I've seen Devourer, who's probably going to go mid. Is more of a mid hero. And what I haven't seen at all is any supports. And I always find that people kind of don't pick supports in pub games at this level. So I'm going to pick a support. I'm going to pick Myrmidon, who's this hero right here, who I've just got a mouse over. Because I think he's a good all-round support. He's got a couple of stuns. He's got a nice escape mechanism too, which is probably good for a beginner playing HoN. And he also has a way of making himself quite tanky, which is also quite good for a beginner playing HoN. So that's why I've actually used Myrmidon here and picked this replay. So I've noted that, and that's why I'm picking this support. I'm going to pick this support here, and you're also going to see Yellow has picked the support too. I believe it's Rhapsody. Yep, so we get Rhapsody. So we have quite a good lineup because we have one or two carries, we have a good mid hero, and we have some good support players. Now on the other team, they have Pyromancer and Slither, who can both play support roles and can also play gankers and initiators and other roles. But they don't have what I would call a true support. It's up to Pyro here to probably say he's going to play true support, and we'll have a quick look over and see what he's doing to see if he is playing true support. But I'm not 100% sure if he does or if he doesn't. So anyway, there's a pause at the start, but we don't need to worry about that. We'll just skip through it. So I can just fast forward on. I know there's actually a way to make it so it just skips through. And what we might do is you might view on my view just for a bit. So just getting through this. We just had a timeout for the Dark Lady. So anyway, how we decided to lane this is... I'm going with one of the carries, which is Pandemonium, and I am the herald of their doom. And our other support, which is Rhapsody, she is going to be going with our other carry down in the bottom lane, down here with the Forsaken Archer. And middle's going to be that Devourer, who's a very good mid hero in this tier especially. So straight away you can see I've bought a ward, only one ward, because I know that Rhapsody has picked up the other ward right there. So, because at the start of the game you can only buy 2 wards. Now if I didn't have another support, there's a very good chance that I would have bought both wards. So that's just a little note for you there. Onwards. I'm just going to lock the camera on me, just for the time being. Now, the first thing you're going to do with the support is if you're playing in the long lane, or the off lane, so not your safe lane, which for the Legion is this top lane here. I'm just waiting for Panda to get his items, because he accidentally left them on the courier. And what we're going to go do is we're going to go ward the pull. Now the pull in this game is a neutral camp that you can use to pull into your lane, pull the neutral camp into your lane, and kill off all your creeps. So that way the other team doesn't get any experience from them, and the lane also pulls back to your tower, which is a bit safer. But if I put a ward inside that pull, they can't use that pull, and it's a little bit safer for us. So we can pull the lane back for us, and yeah, they can't get lane control back. So you can see I've snuck up there and put the ward up there. And now Panda's actually saying, okay, because he's put this ward up, can you please put the rune ward up? Which is every 2 minutes in this game, a rune spawns, which I'll talk about in a beginner mechanics video, but that'll be next video, I think. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just sizing up who we're coming up against before I actually head up and do anything, and I've realised that at the moment all we have in this lane is Dark Lady. So I'm trying to get myself in positions where I can harass this Dark Lady and try not to take damage from the creep. So as you can see, I'm staying nice and high away from the creep, so I can attack this Dark Lady, harass her. That was an accidental shot, without taking creep damage, which I accidentally stepped forward there, which is a bit silly. So you're always going to see I'm going to try and move as far away from the creep as I can, and then try and attack this Dark Lady. So I'm only aggroing one of the creep right there. So I'm taking less damage, because the creep, every time I attack a hero, the creep are going to attack me, but I can also put as much harass on this Dark Lady as I can to try and force her out of the lane. So as you can see, I'm not concentrating on last hits at all, because my job as a support is not to farm gold. I'm leaving that for my kangaroo friend here, Pandemonium. I call him Kangamonium right here. And that way he can get farmed up, because he's the carry and he's going to help us win the game. I'm going to help him win the game too. But he needs the money so he can buy the items to help him carry. So as you can see, I'm trying as much as I can to harass this Dark Lady, just to try and keep her out of the lane. And as you can see, we've got lane control too, because we've been denying our creeps as much as we can. Now I probably should have grabbed that last hit while Panda was off there. Now I've also eaten the tree right there. He's one of my regen. As you can see, I might just pause for a second just so you can see my items. At this point, I picked up 2 mana pots, because I feel like in this lane, before I knew what the lane was, I knew with this combination we had a chance of killing the enemy. And it was going to take a lot of mana for us to do that. And I grabbed a few mana pots, not only for me, but mana for Pandemonium, because he uses a lot of his mana to do his skills, and we pretty much have one crack at it, and if we fail, he's out of mana, and that's probably it. So by having a couple of mana pots, I can mana me and him back up, so we can have another crack at trying to kill whoever's in the lane. Now unfortunately, we got a Dark Lady who has an escape mechanism, and we didn't really time our 2 skills together, mostly my fault. So it was a little bit hard for us to get a kill on Dark Lady, just because she has a way of escaping. If this was another hero without escape, we probably would have got a few more kills than what we did in this lane. So I've got regen here, so I've got these Rune of the Blights for regeneration, and the health pot as well. Now, I always recommend getting Rune of the Blights and the health pot, instead of just 6 Rune of the Blights, which you'll see some people do. Now the reason for that is the health pot is really fast regen. Costs a little bit more, it's $100 instead of 90, and it does regen you a little bit more all up than the trees, but the thing is, you pop it and you regen really quickly, so if you're really low on health and you're getting chased, you can pop it and hopefully just get enough life back to survive. Now, they can, with the health potion, take that off, so if you pop a health potion, as it's healing you up, if they attack you, the health potion will stop working, whereas the Rune of the Blights, the health is slowly over time, only 115 health per tree, where it's a big 400 health on the health bot, but you can eat 3 trees, and they can't take that health regen off. So it's more of, okay, I can use this regen when I'm a bit safe. You saw me eat a tree before, because I'm, a bit safe, but if I was really in trouble, I would try and use my health pot to try and save my life. So I've also got a few minor totems, which give me a little bit of extra health, a little bit of extra attack damage, a little bit of extra everything, and they're very cheap, very worthwhile with extra money. I've also got here a Guardian Ring. Now, if you've got the money for it, now if you probably had to buy 2 wards, you probably aren't going to be able to afford a Guardian Ring. If you've got the money for a Guardian Ring, I always recommend it, because at this side shop over here, you can buy this Scarab, and it turns the Guardian Ring into a Ring of Teacher. Now the Ring of Teacher gives you more mana and gives you and your lane buddy extra armor, and it's very cheap and a very effective item to have. So I always recommend it if one of your people in lane can get it, because it doesn't stack well. I don't know if anyone's got a bottom. No one's got a bottom, but I always recommend trying to get one of these Ring of Teachers in your lane, between you or your lane partner, because the armor is very effective at helping keep you alive, and the mana regeneration is also very helpful, and it's quite cheap. So I always recommend getting that if you can. So that's my items that I picked at this stage. Now around here, I think we're going to have a crack at trying to kill Dark Lady. So as you can see, we didn't really time things very well, because I threw out my Magic Carp, which is a stun, and Panda kind of did his leap at the same time. We should have Magic Carped, hope he ran, and get a stun off that first, done some damage, and then try to put the next two spells together, but it doesn't matter too much. So we have a crack there, put another stun on him. You can see how low he is. You can see that really we only needed one more attack, and we just couldn't quite get it, which was quite unfortunate. It was very close. Very close. If my stun was maybe second later or something, we would have had the kill. But anyway, you can see that Panda's used a lot of his mana for that. So what I'm going to do in a minute is mana pot both of this back up. I also dropped some trees on the ground for him because he was full of items, so he could pick them up if he put something else down, so he could regen off my trees. But we saw Dark Lady up the side, so it wasn't probably a good idea. And as you can see, I'm harassing Dark Lady again. I've almost got a chance to kill her, but she has that escape ability. So I've popped my mana potion here for a bit of regen. Sorry I'm talking so fast, but a lot's going to happen and I want to try and cover as much as I can. So I'm using my mana pot, and I've got to make sure, I was just making sure that I could sneak past the creep without them hitting me, because if you hit me, I lose my mana pot. And as you can see, I've used my other mana pot on Panda, so he can mana up. So again, we're both just playing a little bit safe here, just so our mana pots have time to work. Right, yeah. I could zoom my camera out further than this, but I see why I'm not spectating. There we go. So as you can see, my gold per minute is going to be very low, just because I'm supporting my Panda. I'm not getting any last heats, but my Panda's guy has a very high gold per minute, and that's what we want. So right now I've seen Dark Lady's come back into the lane, so I'm just walking back around the creep line, just so I can harass her a little bit more if she comes close. Maybe I'll just keep on my vision, or hide on my vision, so we can see what's going on with me. So I'm always trying to keep her out of the lane as much as possible, so she can't get experience and she can't farm, get gold. So you can always see me trying to find her. I'm looking around in the trees right here because I think she's around there, and there she is again. I'm going to chase her out, get back in the lane. Now at this point, I really could have gone and ganked another lane because we're in such a good position in this lane. You can also see I did something else there, because I had a little bit of money, as I upgraded the courier. As you can see here, I took it from being a non-flying or flying courier, which is normally here, which is always a good thing to do if you have the money as a support. So as you can see, I'm casting my ability to get on Dark Lady. Just unfortunately missed the other stun there, or she would have been dead. So just to explain my abilities actually as Myrmidon, while we're sitting here. I have a magic carp, which I throw at people. You can see it swimming along the ground towards it. Now it deals damage, and if they're moving while the carp hits them, they're knocked down and stunned. Now the other ability you see me throwing out is my weed field, which is that long line on the ground, and after 1 second, the weed field explodes and deals damage to them and stuns them as well. So I have 2 stuns if I can move them. So as you can see here, I'm still doing my harass work on Dark Lady, which is very handy as well. So we'll just pull that back up. So this is very much your job as a support. Look after your carry as much as you can. Now he's getting a little bit excited here, going around trying to get a kill. I didn't really think this was a great idea. I threw the carp out again to get damage, but as you can see, Dark Lady has that escape. Now I'm tanking a lot of damage from the tower for him right here, and I am in a lot of trouble, because the other 2 members of the team have ported in. So I really shouldn't have taken that tower damage for him, but I'm going to see if I can sneak out as much as I can, which is not going to happen with these 3 heroes chasing me. So unfortunately, we did get a little too zealous, and this is an important thing to note. Be very wary of towers and getting in there to attack towers. But the thing was, I did tank the damage enough and get them to follow me that my carry survived, and that's much more important than that I die and my carry doesn't. Now he's telling me to bring mana pots, but I actually have no money for mana pots, so I can't do that at this point in time. Otherwise, I probably would have bought mana pots for him. but the good part is of dying, I am full back mana, and you can see straight away I'm throwing my carp at him just to deal that damage to him, just to harass him, to keep him out of lane. Now we've kept him out of lane really well, but he, all he has is a bottle, which to be honest, is a bad pickup in this situation for him to buy a bottle. It's just a waste of his gold. Because yes, it gives him some regen and health and whatnot, but it's just not something worth having at this point in time. He's just wasting money. He's only going to get a little bit of money, and really, he really is going to need boosts. I know he has to escape, but as you can see, we can keep harassing him. Now again, my panda is diving a little bit too far, so which is quite annoying. He's not a friend of mine, so I can't really talk to him about it. But he just really needs to be a little bit more careful of how we're diving this tower, because people might be able to port in. As you can see right here, I'm not attacking the creeper, I'm just trying to put damage on the tower, because getting tower kills is very good. But as you can see, Panda pulled the creep waves around with him, so we're having to back right out of the lane. Yes. So at this point, we're doing quite well. It's 3-3, and we're winning this lane quite easily. And our other lanes are winning quite well, which I'm not really going to look at because I'm just really concentrating on this support role, so you guys can jump in and have a crack playing support. Now you can see here I started denying a few creeps too, which I wasn't really concentrating on. Oops, I see I'm about to get ganked, so I waveform away, just to keep myself at a safe distance. But Panda's going in all guns up. I saw that gank coming, I saw there was a couple there, so I just used my waveform to get out. And I threw my carp again, and unfortunately he's used his shit away. Now Panda again is very far in, but this time we get the kill, so. But as you can see, right now, this is the problem with getting so far in, he's about to get ganked. Now right here, there's nothing I can really do but auto-attack him and help. And what I try to do here in a second is actually block for him, thinking the guy was going to come around the other side. I'm going to try and block him, but unfortunately he came out the bottom, and I couldn't really block him so that Panda could get away. But again, this is an example of do not dive too far for a kill, because it's not worth it if you're going to die. Especially when you're dominating a lane so much, it's really not worth it. So right here, I just actually farm a little bit while he's gone. And Dark Lady has a jump on me, and Parasite comes back in, and I'm in a little bit of trouble here. But I do manage to waveform away, and I use that health pot, what I was talking about, quick regen. And that health pot does save my life here. So Panda comes in, and because I've used my health pot, I can actually come back in and help. Now, what I do here is a little bit advanced. I probably wouldn't recommend it. I'm trying to bait him to try and have another go on me in a second. I eat a tree, and I see how low this guy is, and I'm like, alright, if I come up, maybe he'll try and have a kill on me, so we can get him. And you'll see in a second how this works. He's going to try and come back around and get a kill on me. Now, I waveform away, and he's already come back up, and he put himself in a lot of trouble. Now, I do the exact same thing again, but what you'll note here is I'm not attacking. I've completely stopped attacking right there, and I'm not trying to kill him, because I know he's going to die, and I'd much rather the kill go to our carry than me. And, because carrying gets the gold for the kill, and that works much better. Now, I probably should have attacked him once, because I didn't actually get an assist there. I didn't realize I hadn't put damage on him in a time frame enough to get an assist. So, get an assist, but as the support, try not to go for the kill if you know your team's going to get the kill. If it's not a sure thing that you're going to get the kill, it's best you do just go for it anyway. Now, I should have explained the other two skills I have. Obviously, waveform was me shooting along the ground trying to get away. So enemies that I pass through receive negative magic armor and a movement speed slow, but generally I like using the escape if I need it. And I also have my ultimate ability, which is Forced Evolution, and you see when I do use that, I turn into this big walking creature. I'm no longer ranged, I'm melee, and I do extra magic damage with my attacks. So I'm heading back up the lane, again once I all regen. I've got a mana pot, and I actually give it to Panda right there, so he can mana back up. So I'm always trying to look out for my hero as much as I can, my carry hero, because it's my job really to make his life easy up here. That's really what I'm aiming to do, as much as I can. Now right here we know there's a couple guys here, so we're just playing a little bit more safe, because we don't know where Parasite is. I should probably put the spectator view on, so we can actually see where they're going. There we go. Just get that in the way. I know I can shrink these sidebars too, but to be honest, it's been a while since I've sure how to do it. There we go. So again, I'm just harassing them out of lane, but I notice there's more there, and we are back out. Just playing it a little bit safe while we can. So we have a ward around here right now, so we do have vision that the Dark Lady is hitting out on that side. So we're just playing it a little bit safe, just here, just in case there's a couple more behind them. When we know that there's not, we decide to go back in. So we get the good stuns on the heroes, and as you can see, there was a fort in right here. So we got the kill, but we put ourselves in a little bit of trouble. There's not really too much we can do. Our mid is coming up to help, our Rhapsody is coming up to help, so I decide to go back in to help, even though I'm taking a little bit of damage here. Let's see if I can help. Our Rhapsody does look very silly. She should have run out the other way and not used the ultimate, but we do get that carry out. So again, we killed their carry, we lost the support, and our carry got out, so we're okay with it. It wasn't the cleanest or best thing we probably could have done, but it worked in the end. Now right here, our teammate is invisible, which he's picked up a rune for that, which I'll talk about in game mechanics in my next video. Probably should have done that first, but I know what you want to play, so you might as well see how to do this. Now, another thing to note that which I should really talk about in a bit more game mechanics is, so you don't attack, I kind of put myself in trouble here with silencing blades, but I think I get a waveform off. No, I just force evolve myself, go big, get a kill. So, right there, I killed the carry again for me as a support, so it's kind of worth it. And I believe right here, you get another couple of kills out of it, so it really was worth it. How we did that then. I believe he's not going to get this one, because he does have face boots, and manages to run away. Sorry, it goes fast. Just a few quick notes about mechanics that you might be missing right here. So your character doesn't automatically auto attack, just hit H and he'll hold. And if you want to attack your own creeps to get denies, hit A to attack and just left click on them. Most of the time that's how I'm attacking enemy creeps as well, because I'm hitting hold all the time and then A left click on whatever creep I want to attack, be it mine or an enemy, if I'm denying or last hit. So let's check out, where did I go? Alright, because I died, I'm just coming back in the lane. Now right now I've bought another ward, because I'm like, alright, I need to keep warding up for my team. So I'm buying wards when I can. I'm getting stuck in creepy, quite hilariously. I'm probably watching somewhere else, not noticing I'm doing this. I'm buying another ward to help the team out. I'm also, I've bought Striders, which are good, cheap boots for supports. They don't really offer much besides the extreme movement speed, that's why I'm moving so fast. So right now we're looking to try gank that annoying parasite who's been coming out of the jungle. So we're just cruising in here, and having a look around. What we don't know is, we can't actually find it. Where is he at this point in time? Spectator mode. Oh, that's right, we saw him in the middle lane and we thought, there he was. So we started backing out, and then we thought, actually, why not just go around and see if we can get him here? Because we've already invested some time into this gank. So he's going into Devourer, and right now I throw a carp at him to try and get a stun, and I stun him again there, and we... Now again, I probably didn't need that stun, but I was a little bit worried that he was going to jump into a creep, because that's what he can do. It was probably worried I didn't need to have, but we did it anyway. And we thought, let's continue this ganking run. So as you can see, we're heading down to the bottom lane, because I've got those Striders, I can move extremely fast and get over there quick. I'm going to have a crack at getting towards the forest, which they don't really need my help. I do throw out a carp, but he already died. And Panda's got the other one, which I'm also going to put a stun on so he can't get away, but he's already dead as well. So I threw out a few skills that weren't really necessary there, but it never hurts to you know, it's better to have overkill than underkill. And right here I throw the carp again, and he gets the kill. It's good. And our hero denied himself. Right now I'm running a little bit short of mana. I've bought that ring that I was talking about, the Ring of Teacher. It was a little bit late, just because I was hoping we'd have more kills at this point in our lane to give me extra gold. So I'm heading off right now because I've got that ward still on me, and I'm deciding where to plonk it down, I think. No, I was heading back to base at this point. Now one thing you should remember as a support, I'll show you a few of the standard ward spots. That's a little bit confusing because they're two different teams. So, the first standard ward spot to have is the rune ward. So, as you can see, you're placing a ward on this hill. You can place it up on this little ledge right here as well. And it covers this rune ward that is spawned right there, which we'll talk about in another video. And on the other end, you can place the wards if you're if you're on the Hellborn team, or you want to watch for gangs, or the Legion team, when you watch for gangs, you can place it on this ledge, and it will cover the ward right there. And then you can also see down here if anyone's ganking you from behind the trees. Or you can place it up on this hill, at this point right here, so you can see all in here, a little bit up onto the ledge. And there's also another spot you can place it, which I find good for rune wards, which is either here, or just on this ledge right here. And this ledge gives you vision of rune wards, and anyone entering your jungle, so they're good spots for wards. They're basic spots for wards. Another spot for ruining this top ward is just on this ledge right here, just because it can see the rune ward as well as the ramp up to your ancients for protection. Right now I've come up top just to mess with Dark Lady a bit, because Dark Lady is a carry, their carry, and I didn't want her getting free farm, so I just came up here just to harass her and try to push her back out of the lane, which I successfully did. She's trying to run away. And as you can see, we've really successfully shut down this Dark Lady, because she actually has less items than me, and you really don't want your carries to have less items than your supports. Now around here, another item I have bought is these Mystic Vestments, as you can see on right down here. And now the reason I've picked that up is I've noticed their team has a lot of magic damage. And this is something you'll come to learn when you know the heroes a lot more. That Lords of Forest, Parasite, Slither, and Pyromancer are all primary magic damage dealing heroes that deal a lot of magic damage. Dark Lady's more physical damage, but those other four are all magic, and I thought Mystic Vestments is only $400, and it's very easy and cheap magic armor, so that's why I've got that. We don't get. Now around here we're chasing this illusion, which I was actually yelling, it's an illusion, but no one was listening to it. That's why I didn't cast it, no one wanted to see people attacking it. From the rune that we saw earlier, the illusion rune, and there's another illusion thrown down here by then. So you do have to watch out for illusions and what's real. And as you can see right now, I've warded. Now, what you can see I've done, and hopefully this works, so you can see, I've warded this rune spot by putting it on the hill, but hopefully, and we'll see in the next minute, I'll come over here, I've put this rune right on the edge towards the camp. Now it gives me a bit of vision up the hill, and it also blocks this camp from spawning, which is something I want to stop because they do have that parasite who's in the jungle.
The Hellborn have destroyed a legion.
If it works, it's good. Now right now I've ported bottom, just to try and help my team out because they're taking a tower, but no one else ported, so I didn't run in because I didn't want to get myself killed. So let's try and follow me again. Where am I off to right now? I'm heading around with my Devourer because both of us are quite speedy. And we're looking to try set up kills where we can. Now, really, Rhapsody, who is probably meant to be buying more wards than me, even though it's pretty even. Actually, there should be way more wards on the map. We should buy counter wards too. And you'll know just a few spots where you should put counter wards. If you put one in this river section here, and have a ward up here, you'll be able to see it. And same thing here, put it in the river here, and you can see up here, or where they put wards. Just general spots for rev wards if you're playing sport. I might do a video just on where to, some very good ward spots just later, because there's a lot more. There's hundreds of ward spots, so yeah. So let's see, is that minute gone by? Yes, okay, so that ward was close enough that this camp is not respawned, so that's very cool. Don't what my
Serial killer.
Very silly. So right now I'm just roaming around, helping support my team where I can, stacking the jungle where I can, which we'll talk about in mechanics in another one, and yeah, throwing up wards where I can. So right now I was a little bit indecisive for what I was going to do, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stack this camp. I think I might actually farm it too. So I'm waiting for that 53-second marker to come up, and then I attack this camp. Oop, I must have A to attack, and unfortunately it didn't do it. But still in time to stack the camp. Sorry. So, you can see that it's double stacked up there, so that one of our carries can come and farm it. Just because, as a support right then, I couldn't really decide what to do. And if you've got nothing to do, stack camps as a support. I'm sure there was something else I could have done. Now, I just picked up another item with Grave Locket right there, which is very good for intelligence heroes. It's a low-cost, good item for extra intelligence and good extra stats all round. It's very cheap and very effective.
Smackdown.
So, right. Now I've seen... Oh, I'm getting stuck in creep again. Silly am I. I'm probably watching... There, I noticed I was stuck in creep and moved away. So I'm moving away along here, and I'm probably going to either ward. Yes, I've got 2 more wards on me, as you can see right now. 4 stacks and more creep. Now, I noticed that they killed that, so I just thought, I'll ward. And as you can see, I put that ward on that hill I was talking about, which gives you vision out all around the room. Come mid too to help this rat out, because at the moment. So, grabbing a few last hits where I can. Now, really, someone should have gone top here to stop this Dark Lady farm, and I wasn't paying enough attention to note she was free farming, so I probably should have been doing that. Instead, I've come up here because I know where this Parasite is going, and I was pulling for these other 2 to come up, and we were going to try and gank him, but they weren't coming, so unfortunately I just had to take his damage. Now, one thing to note is if I didn't have my Mystic Vestments, then I probably would have died, so there, that was a payoff for the Mystic Vestments. Let's go back to spectating me. Why is this replay controller down there? Just let's look what I'm doing. Lock the game on me for a bit. So I'm just going back to heal up because I copped that damage right
One of
there.
your structures is under attack. The Hellborn have
So
destroyed the
really,
Legion
someone should have gone
Tower.
up to mess with that Dark Lady because she did get the tower. She's not good because we don't want her to get the gold. So it was a bit silly of us to let that Dark Lady farm. So right here, just to see how skill built, I've leveled my Weed Field and my Magic Harp both up full. Just one into my waveform and leveling my ultimate whenever I can. Just because I want the damage output from and the stun durations from my other 2 abilities. The waveform is just an escape. This is just when I noticed that one of my mates was playing against me as the Pyromancer. So we can ignore that. Ignore the language. You know what?
As you will.
Just because I probably should. I don't know how many kids are going to watch this, and I don't want your mums yelling at me, kids. We'll have the profanity filter on. Don't laugh at me, people. And let's go back to where I am. So right now, I was just putting more wards up. And you can see we've got wards all around the map for vision now. We should really have more, we got 3. And I'm stacking jungle camps where I can and helping support people as well. So I'm heading bottom with these other 2 guys right now because they were just in a fight. And we're seeing if we can catch anyone out. Now, he's gone a little bit too far forward, so I've decided, alright, I need to level a little bit more. I'm only level 11. So I've just stopped to farm this lane while there's not really any of them showing on the map, and not too much to do. I could be stacking more jungle. As you can see, I noted someone was coming. I thought maybe more were coming, so I waveformed away just to make sure that I was safe in case someone did gank me. I thought, alright, maybe there's people up there. Let's just play a little bit more safe. Now I came down here to stack a few things, but I noted that he'd already killed most of this stuff, so there was no point. So I thought, what else can I do? I can probably throw up some wards or go help another lane. So I've gone across to this lane. I think I'm going to place a ward down on this ledge right here. Right where I was talking about from before. Gives me vision of our ancients and a bit of protection for that, and also I can see the room. So it's a all round ward. Really, we should have some more aggressive wards in their jungle, but we don't at this point. Right now we can see a few of them are getting ready to push mid, so we're just getting in a position where we can easily defend this. So we have a few of us around the mid lane, just getting ready to defend. I'm taking a bit of crit damage here, which I probably really didn't need to do. Now I've also bought a power supply, which is a cheap way of keeping yourself alive. Good effective item for supports as well, a power supply. It's cheap stats, and it can save your life. I'm just going to move it to the spot where I have my power supply. Even though it's a replay. So as you can see now, we're all grouped up mid, and we were thinking about pushing, but a few of our heroes were off farming. So the 3 of us just, we looked to see if we could get a gank, and we felt like we could, but unfortunately the Devourer missed his hook. So we decide, no, let's just play it safe and back it out. Well, that was the plan there. Try and get a kill if you can. As you can see again, I'm still trying to avoid last hitting. I grab one every now and then where I can, but otherwise I'm still avoiding the last hitting as much as possible to give it to my heroes. Now, right now we can't see any of their team on the map, bar 1 mid. Well, at this point 2 mid. So we're not 100% sure where they are, so we're just kind of playing it a little bit safe, farming our ancients when our carries can, farming our jungle whenever the carries can. we're generally just playing a little bit safe till we get a little bit more vision, or we feel we're in a strong enough spot that we can easily push out. Now, to be honest, we probably could have pushed out this one because we do have a good lead. So right now, you'll note that a lot of times I'm moving backwards and forwards when I'm not doing anything. This is just to avoid, in case someone is jumping on me and going to use a skill shot, I'm generally moving around. So it's a little bit harder for them to get me. So you generally won't find me standing still too much. You'll generally see me just moving around, even though it looks like I'm not really moving with any form of, you know, it looks all a bit random, going all over the place. It's always a good idea to just keep yourself on the move at all times, just in case someone's going to jump you. And around here I just ducked up there just to see if there was a ward there, because we had the rev ward there, so I could counter it, but there wasn't a ward there, so I just ducked back. So right now we're a little bit indecisive about what we're going to do as a team. Really, we should be pushing while we have the upper hand, but our carry seems to be feeling like now. That's also the case. It's a good time to farm, but to be honest, we probably could end this game right now if we pushed out. But it's okay. We're going to farm up. Now, our Devourer does have an invis here, so we're seeing if he can pick up anyone, and I'm just staying back just in case. But right now, an unfortunate thing happens. They put down a rev ward, so they must have some idea that he's there. You'll see that happen in just a second, poor guy. And he gets spotted out. So, good thing about the other team, yeah, they have an eye or a red wall or duck or something like that. So yeah, they put down a red wall, so they were able to spot where it was. We went around there to try and help him, but unfortunately. So that was good thinking. If you see a hero with an invis or go invis, you can always place a rev ward around you and get a kill. You might be out of position. So right here, me and Rhapsody just using our skills defensively just to try and hold off this push while our Devourer is down. And they push out a little bit too much, so managed to pick up some kills. You can see him using my weak shield as well. Kills waveforming through them, but it's slow, and I actually use my ultimate up here, so I am a big tanky Myrmidon mess. I'll probably use my shield again, but unfortunately dodges. So, that was props to Rhapsody there, using her ultimate to keep us all alive, and just spamming your skills on whoever you can. Try focus their big damage dealers, yeah, and if you don't know who they are, ask the team who they want you to kill. Now, I made a mistake there. I really shouldn't have got the last hit on that tower for the extra tower drop. I should leave that to a carry or just let it go to the full team. I really shouldn't have taken that. So right now, because we've got that whole team down, we're trying to push as much as we can in the time we have, so we're all up here pushing as hard as we can, knowing that they're all down. And once we see that 3 of them are back up, you can see that we're saying back, 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 and we're all running back. We've done as much damage as we can in the time we had, which is really what you want to do. You want to capitalize, and there's 2 options you can do when you're going to capitalize. 1, you can push towers and push further forwards, or 2, you can go take Kongor if you feel like you have a team, or you have enough people up to do Kongor, which is an option we could have taken. I'm not sure it was Devourer. If Devourer is down, we probably couldn't have taken him just because we're all a bit squishy. But if you have a team with a tank, you can take Kongor, get the token of life on one of your carries. Just as good as taking a tower. Now right here, the next item I've built is a push book. It's actually a tablet of command. Essentially, I can push people around every 20 seconds. It's 20 seconds. I can push people forwards, whichever way they're facing, I can push them. So 1, I can use this to help my team maybe initiate, but I can also use it to save people's lives. Right now I'm just farming a little bit up on my skills. It also gives you, as a support, it also gives you a lot more mana. So you can cast your spells a little bit more liberally, because the SPC gives you plus 14 intelligence. Lots of intelligence. So right now we have no wards down, which is not good at all. We should really have a bunch of wards up. Now I had a lot of money and I probably should have bought wards first before I finished my tablet. But yes, that's the way we did it. Rhapsody is trolling us a little bit here, and she's buying more carry items because we're well in the lead here, so she's not doing a good example. You can see right here, I'm helping my Devourer out through there. You can see I'm helping to attack them, but I stop attacking now when they get low just to make sure we get the last hit. So I'm helping my team out where I can, but I'm not stealing farm. Leeching experience where I can. I'm just trying to support the team. So right now we're just getting into a position to try and do a gank. It's probably not smartest because again we have no vision up. So we really should be buying a few more wards. I believe I put a bunch of wards on the courier. There's one. Yep, owned by me. But I believe I put a few more on there as well. In a second. Just keep buying wards when I have the money because I noticed we have no wards. We really should have wards. Vision is the most important thing. There you go. I bought another one as well. So I bought 2 more. So you can see I've got 3 wards on the courier. Now I think I say in a second, can someone else take them because I'm full of items. All I noticed other people. You can see I use my push book to just push myself away from this parasite there. Just because he was coming towards me and he might be able to burst me down. So that's an advantage of your push book. And that was Rhapsody trolling me using her push book on me. So I actually turn off here in a second the help. You'll see me click this little button here. So no help, just because I don't want her throwing me into the enemy stupidly. Because she's kind of trolling, I think, just a little bit.
Onwards.
She's put the Z's up there because she sees that I've turned the help off.
Onwards.
So again, at this point in time, we really should have vision and we don't. We've just gone back to farming. Because we're playing a little bit more safe. Waiting for our team. And really, again, because we do have the upper hand, we should be pushing, we should be trying to gank. But we are playing a little bit too passive. So, Devourer decides to go in, as you can see, the shield bails him out. And I try not to hit him. At this point, it's a bit weird. This far into the game, now he gets the last hit, really. Just do it, really. You see I have a lot of kills anyway. Just because when you are in that ultimate form, you are a fair hefty damage dealer, so you can put out a lot of damage as Myrmidon. And he is one of my favourite heroes, even though I don't play him that often, to be honest. This is probably my 4th game in about 3 months with the guy. So as you can see, I saw a free lane bottom. I thought, why not? I go down there and farm it, seeing everyone's off farming. See again, the usual way of doing that farming. Going for last hit. Now right here, I'm not too fussed about pushing the lane a little bit, because really we can push lanes out. But right now I started to think more along the lines of, okay, I need to push the lane because my defender's up away from me, so just kill the creeps as quickly as I can. So creep wave's coming. Now as you can see, because I've killed someone with this Great Rocket, it gives me a lot more stack gains, so it's a very good item. Now there's a couple coming for us at the side, and you actually get caught out here. They try and wait for the way, but actually not wait for me. Now I probably should have gone into my oldie form there, to give me the extra health before I get away, and use my tablet, but I didn't quite get there. So unfortunately we do lose a bunch of heroes here, and this is the problem that we did not have enough vision. Really, when we're pushing this far in, we should have a ward up on this hill, so we can see up here. A ward up on this hill, so we can see all around here. We're starting to ward their jungle, which is a bit better. Yeah, they've got some more wards up. And see we've warded the room, but we should really have more aggressive wards that help us push further in while being safe. So that was our fault for not warding correctly. You should always be trying to ward the best you can, really. So now I'm just waiting for myself to come back up and just waveforming to get out there quicker, because we can see that they're pushing this bot tower. Now 2 guys are just waiting there ready for a gank, and Water Forest actually spots them in there, but actually not spot by him. Now she does waveform on here, and you can see right now I use my tablet to push myself away to protect myself. I also waveform away again so he can't get to me, and use my ulti. It works out very well for me, because now I managed to turn around and I come back in dealing lots of damage, kill. So that was a pretty good example of how to use your tablet to save yourself, and then how to turn around and kill on people. So, Tablet of Command, very good item, and I always recommend picking up a tablet on command as a support hero. And there's other heroes, even when you're carrying, I recommend it on, or doing like other things. I recommend it on Torturer or Bombardier and Thunderbringer. People who are squishy but deal a lot of magic damage. I always think it's quite good on because it gives you a good escape mechanism. Mechanism? Can say that word? As well as giving you extra mana. Now I've also upgraded my Grave Locket here into the Sackstone because it gives me extra armor against that Dark Lady, who I'm starting to feel is a little bit more dangerous. And it's also a good pushing item at this stage of the game. I can give everyone extra armor to all my friends nearby, so we can push a little bit stronger. So it's, yeah, the armor's really going to help me out. As you can see, my damage reduction is up to 45%, and I'll go up a little bit higher, and 40% magic armor. You'll see later on you can buy more magic armor, just because we're so far in front I have the money for it. To be honest, it's not something I would have normally bought in a game like this, because we're so far in front. As you can see, I've just decided to farm a little bit here while I'm waiting for my team, because they're not really up to much. I try to kill these guys outside the camp so they respawn, but it wasn't close to timer, so that doesn't matter. And that's for mechanics video. I'm just cruising around, just farming up creeps where I can. I think that's good. I think, alright, let's just push. So as you can see, I've activated my Sackstone. I've got a 50% damage reduction against physical attacks. So right now we're all grouped up in the middle and we think, alright, we're in a very good position here. We've got good items, so let's try to push this out. Let's try and go for the win. So we are heading up towards the middle to see what we can do. So all our spells are off cooldown, you can see by all the greens off the side, so we're ready to go. So they will port it back in. We're not too worried about them at this point in time. So we're pushing that back tower down. Slowly get the skill on, and fine, I totally whipped my waveform there. We're just playing a little bit safe while we're here. I did throw out my magic hit him, but really not too much. Slither is spamming his wards. Not really doing much. Now I believe we get Covered of Darkness. That's Dark Lady's ultimate, so we can't see. I pop into my ulti form in case I'm getting gone on. I'm a little bit more safe. Now the fight does continue up here. And we all come back in. See, I come in and I start smashing it. I am performing my skills. That's what we win that fight. Now, that's because of Rhapsody's ulti that we really did in that fight. So big props to Rhapsody on that one. A thing to note with Dark Lady's ultimate for even more advanced people if you're watching this at all. I don't know what Panda does when you actually start out. But if you throw down a ward after the Cover of Darkness, you do see the ward range, so you can still see. So that's more advanced people. And I'll tell you that another Dark Lady here. So right here we've got one Rax, and we're in a great position. We've pretty much won this game. So we're just going to another Rax. They're all still down. I say GG right there. There's a huge thing I can see because the answer's in front. And then Baron's getting a little bit too excited going in there against the whole team. I'm like, oh crap, I need no help. I try to throw down some shields and we do manage to get a sliver. So right now they're coming out for our second archer. Even though it's still up, if we're playing stupid, we will still get picked off. And at this point we decide to back out because it's just the two of them. No point getting killed. So at this point I have an extra 2 grand. Really we should have more wards up again than that, so we should have more wards. But at this point we're so far in front I think we've kind of given up on that stuff. Now this is an item I recommend buying if you've got a lot of money as a support and you do realise that team has a lot of magic damage. I'm about to pick up a Barrier Idol. I don't believe I have enough money to buy it straight away, but I do believe I'm heading towards a Barrier Idol. I buy the Shaman's Headdress, which is just a lot of magic armor. I think I'm sitting here for a second trying to decide what to buy. And what did I buy there? Yeah, you see my money bounce back up. And I will pick up the Shaman's Headdress. There we go. So I'm heading towards the Shaman's Headdress, gives me a lot more magic armor, and now so I don't take much magic damage, and I will turn that into Barrier Idol, which is magic defense for the whole team. So, I was so far in front I could afford this item. It's very expensive, but if you're against a team of predominantly magic damage dealers, it's always good to try and pick up a barrier idol. Someone on the team pick up a barrier idol, be it a tanky person, an initiator, or someone who's gonna... So at this point I'm trying to cut off those people who we just killed up top and just using that time. Attacks on him. Pretty much everything there, but again, push books to keep myself safe. And my teammate can come in. Well, pyro, so push books. Very handy, because he could have used his ultimate and done a lot of damage, maybe. So, push books. Not much else I can say. Right now, we're just kind of waiting for this game to end. He's just talking about how easily he died to Panda right then. Right now, I'm having a crack on Rhapsody has a good ultimate. And I come in and finish off for us, but poor Panda does come out. And I try here, a little bit risky, turning my way for him to try and pick off that Parasite. Which you can see. Going right here, use weak kill to get this done. And there we go, we get the kill.
Genocide.
I love like this Myrmidon skin. You probably, if you play Myrmidon, you're going to wonder why you don't look like this. You actually have to get this skin. You have to unlock it. You can spend your coins to get the floating dragon. But now I believe I die once more before this game is over, just being a bit silly. It's a little example of what not to do. Finally, we've got a few more wards up. That's one of the offensive wards I was talking about. We should have one on this other side too, which we don't. But there you go. I think I finished my barrier idol. And I think I get a little bit cocky with my barrier. I don't think I'm a little bit more tanky than I am. I think I even buy new boots after I die here. So, Myrmidon, Rhapsody doesn't escape there. We're just pushing in to try and finish the game off right here because they're not conceding, which they really should have conceded by now. But it is just me and Rhapsody, the two supports. Even though support carry items, we are way overextended on our own. So I come in here. Totally whiff that, and I haven't popped my barrier out, but I pop it right there, and I am in trouble. I'm not getting away. Locked down completely. Rhapsody does survive. But I think... Yeah. I don't think... This is when I explained to her her ulti doesn't affect her, it only affects the people around her. So that was just us being very silly as two squishy supports in there, and I think when I come back in 45 seconds, let's just speed this timer up a little bit. I actually buy steam boots to make myself slightly more tanky. Don't know why. We can watch a few more people flying while I'm coming back. We take care of it. Now, we're gonna get this last barracks right here, which is mega creep. This game is by the way. And Panda's running. Let's see if we can pick up this. Panda's bring it back to the well. And with Barra's killing off his other racks, I'm back, and as you'll see here, I think I sell... Don't know, I think I accidentally clicked I instead of T there to talk to people. You'll see me sell my boots. I was contemplating whether I have enough money to straight do it. So, sell my Striders here and buy steam boots. It's been pointless, really, at this point in the game. I just want to be a little bit more tanky than they're fine. I was a bit short money, but I was just waiting for the, yeah, I wasn't waiting for the town to die. Steam boots are great if you're a hero that's really going to be spamming your skills, and you want a bit more survivability as well. I just don't think they're necessary on Myrmidon when you're playing true support, a support role. Carry Myrmidon, I'd go steam boots every time. Maybe even phase boots, but carry Myrmidon's not a smart move, people. Play him as a support. It's a true support or a second support. Other heroes that I consider really good second supports, rather as true supports, are supports like Engineer. True supports I really look at as heroes like Aluna, Glacius, Andromeda. Myrmidon is a good true support. Rhapsody can play a true support. So as you can see, Devourer is going to control and completely misses. For this game, so they cover of darkness means that the whole skills off right there from Rhapsody, and amazing keeping alive. My barrier idol, and in we go. I couldn't actually get past the creep. Oh, they have a Kraken trying to kill me, and there we go. That's the end of the game. So anyway, the end of that game was a little bit just silly, because the game was well and truly over, and we were just messing around. But there you go. That's a little bit of a look at the game and how it plays out, and the role of as a support, or second support, I should say. If you're true supporting, which I probably should have done more of with Rhapsody trolling us so much, you should be buying more of those wards. So, just remember, you want to always, especially during the start and middle of the game, always have a ward on the rune for your mid player. Always. So, if you see it go and you're a support and you've got $100, 100 gold, try and buy this a ward and get it sent either to the mid player or to you, so you can put that ward up on the rune. At least a rune ward. And in the mid game, you should definitely, depending how the game is going, if you're in front, if your team is in front, you want offensive wards. If your team is behind, you want a few more defensive wards as well. It's always good to have both. Like, if you can afford all the wards in the shop, buy all the wards, buy them completely out, and get as many wards up as you can. Because, to be honest, as a support, that is your most important job. The next is helping your team out, keeping them alive as much as possible. And then, on top of that, your other job is stacking camps, which I probably need to go into mechanics for, so you know about that. But yeah, so then anyway, this is just a basic video on how to play support. I hope you liked it. If you have any opinions, if you have any questions, again, feel free to ask me. Feel free to whisper me in game, which is just the /whisper and then my name, which we've seen before, Zolanthos, and a type of message afterwards, obviously. And I'll try and help you out. I've been running a few more beginner games of late, which has always been fun, which I really do enjoy. So, yeah, feel free to leave your comments below, and everyone have a good day. Thanks very much.